the first ever live Step Brothers Wrestling podcast. We're live, YouTube, Twitch. Told y'all about it on Facebook this morning.
That's right.
We're queer. We're drinking
Get
beer.
used to it. Man, we are back. We are live in person, and we are uglier than you fucking expected. I guarantee it.
In living color, motherfucker. In living fucking color.
Yeah. Mike, it's good to see you, man. How you doing, bro?
Bro, I'm good.
Yeah?
I've been looking forward to this shit all fucking day, bro.
Dude, me too. Me too. And I'm not going to let a bad day at fucking work ruin it. But we'll get to that. We're going to come back to that.
Yep. It was a long week. It's been a long couple weeks. We hadn't done this in a while.
Bro, I know. We promised you guys something big. I'm sorry it's just our ugly faces. But we'll try to make it up to you the best we can. Because the first thing I think we should just dive right into, I think we should just get right fucking into it, was SummerSlam, baby.
Fuck, dude. We haven't.
I'm going to go ahead and say it right now.
That was better than WrestleMania.
That was better, and I hate to say this. I don't think this is very controversial except to one man. So, Injustice Hippie, I'm sorry. That was a better SummerSlam than the one we went to in Vegas. I hate to say it,
I think he'll agree with you.
This might have been the best SummerSlam ever.
I don't think it was. It's definitely the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah, and it's weird. I think I was talking to Drew about this when we were watching it. SummerSlam, I feel like, is one of those shows that I haven't really gone back and watched like a whole bunch of like really early SummerSlams. Yeah. I realized that when we were talking about the triple threat, the special guest referee match that this other special guest referee match kind of mirrored. Never watched that SummerSlam until I went over to Drew's like a week before this, and we actually watched it in like anticipation.
I watched
whole show, like top to bottom, not good. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
like that match was
terrible.
Dope.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, that fucking SummerSlam sucked.
I skipped 90% of that SummerSlam. I watched the first match, and then I was like, that was bad. I skipped everything until that match with the special guest referee, and then I turned it off.
See, I stop and watch when Ken Shamrock shows up. I like Ken Shamrock. But even his match was just kind of eh. But that's besides the point. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my vote in. If you're out there watching and you have a better fucking SummerSlam, let me know. I'll check it out.
Let's go.
But
come on.
I think this was probably the best fucking SummerSlam ever. Best one I've ever seen. Everything was so fucking good. And the crazy part, and I like thinking about this when it does happen, this was such a fucking good SummerSlam, and it was so predictable. Like, I don't think I was wrong about anything. I think I called everything pretty much just the way it happened. Yeah. And I've never been fucking happier about that in my life because this show kicked ass.
Yeah.
And
it was so
I think the only thing I was wrong about, I didn't expect Drew to go over. Just didn't call that, but they did a good fucking job.
I didn't expect them to put Drew over either. I was like, man, I don't know who's the baby face in this match, but I feel like CM Punk needs to go over. But I'm really happy that we put Drew over in it. Like,
I don't think there was a wrong way to go about it. I don't think there was a wrong way to go about it. They could have done anything, and I would have looked at it, and I would have been like, yeah, I could see, it just really depends on the direction they're taking it going forward. And I think we got a little bit of an answer on Monday Night Raw, but I think we got more questions. But we'll come back to that. So we opened SummerSlam with Rhea and Liv, right?
Man.
And let me just go ahead. The match was good. Rhea and Liv are two world-class performers. And I think it's a treat that this is who we've got atop the women's division because these two bitches are fucking killing it right now. Yep. And the thing that really put this match over was not exactly their performance. Even though their performance was good, their performance was fine. The thing that really put this match over was that fucking conniving little bastard Dominic Mysterio.
Dude, how
and everybody's been saying it. If you watch wrestling and you read about wrestling online, this is not a new idea to you. But I just want to reiterate, how do you take somebody who is already the most little bitch, chimp fucking little bastard heel and turn him more heel?
Seriously, who the fuck turns heel when you're already a heel?
Dude. They
did it. They fucking did it. It was awesome.
Yeah, and I want to step back. I want to rewind a little bit, talking about Dom. And this is just somebody who I think has exceeded all of our expectations. I remember.
Agreed.
I remember talking with you, bro, back when Dom was trying to play a baby face and he was Rey Mysterio's son and they were tag team champions. And man, I don't even think we saw
terrible.
I don't even think we saw a future for this kid at that point.
No, I think future.
Yeah, I looked at him kind of like as it's just gonna fail one day, and we're just.
I still wasn't on board 7 months into him being in the Judgment Day. It was not until the beginning of this year that I was like, okay, we got.
I don't know when it was for me. I know it was sooner than you. I don't know exactly the moment that it happened for me, but I think at this point, it's just undeniable that this kid has got something.
Yeah, and there's something there.
I don't think it initially defeats our point. Go ahead.
So I still think he's got a lot of in-ring work to do because
absolutely.
It still pains me to watch him do the Three Amigos. I fucking hate it because
the
other person has to carry him. And I know you didn't get to see it tonight, but Andrade did the Three Amigos in his match tonight with Santos.
Yeah.
And you can tell that Andrade is carrying Santos. And that's how it's supposed to be. If you're doing the Three Amigos, you are carrying the weight, not the other guy.
I just think that move should not be in Dom's arsenal. I just don't think, and there's no shame in that.
Big enough.
A lot of wrestlers can't make certain moves look good, and that's fine. Oddly enough, though, I'm sitting here saying that, and I almost think that it's kind of cool that he does such a shitty Three Amigos with the character he portrays now. Like, I think it almost makes sense that he's trying to rip off a move from his dad and Eddie, and he can't even fucking do it right. Like, it's almost genius, unintentionally.
Yeah, agreed, man.
But realistically, you nailed it, because what I was going to say is I don't think it detracts from our initial point. Like, I don't think they did this guy any favors in sort of rushing him under the spotlight like they did. Now, granted, I think this motherfucker has not only adapted and, really found his footing on the main roster, but like you said, I think that they could have done him a really big service, kind of like zeroing in and focusing on his in-ring work for a while.
Man, I'm telling you, man, if it was
because I think now
I would have made him go to NXT for at least 18 months.
Because now I think he's
get better.
He's fine. And goddamn it, if you weren't fine now, like, you're traveling for 2 years with Damian Priest, Finn Balor. Hell, JD, we clown on that fucking big-headed son of a bitch a lot, but he can
good,
work, dude. He's good. He's really
his
good.
in-ring work is fucking good.
And Rhea Ripley, like, if you are traveling with that bunch of people and you don't learn something, and thankfully he has. Thankfully, obviously, he's picking some shit up. Character work, man. He's probably teaching them a thing or two, honestly.
Honestly, yeah.
And that's nuts. But, back to the main point, guys, if you didn't get to watch SummerSlam, you didn't watch Raw, you're living under a fucking rock, because I even know some people, it's weird because your wife is a wrestling fan, so she's aware of these things, but you don't know how many chicks and like other people's girlfriends I just hear, and like women at work. This has actually happened, that know I watch wrestling. They know about this fucking storyline. And
that's funny.
I was at Drew's, and Miranda, his girlfriend, she doesn't watch wrestling a whole lot. I don't see how when you're living in the house with fucking Drew, but
goddamn, all they watch is wrestling.
Yeah, but she was following this really closely. Like, I walked in and she was like, "So whose side are you on?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "Liv or Mommy?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm for Mommy." And she was like, "Well, sit down." She's like, "You're welcome here." And like, dude, I mean, it's all over TikTok.
Yep.
And dude, it's just crazy. This is like, WWE is already kind of like a soap opera, but this is like their most soap opera fucking thing, and it's gold. It's a very wide-reaching thing, and they're doing such a good job. Like, one thing I want to comment on is Liv Morgan's character work.
God damn it,
amazing,
dude!
Amazing.
It's so good. She's never
like that woman plays. I'm going to quote a great fucking announcer here. That woman plays a fucking Jezebel hussy better than just about anybody I've ever seen. And my God, dude, like, you could not play a more hateable woman than Liv Morgan right now. That fucking home-wrecking cunt.
Dude.
And Rhea, her facial expressions to all of this, it just sells it so much.
Yep.
And my God, I just want to see her rip Liv Morgan's fucking head out of her body, like a Mortal Kombat fatality. Like, I want to see her spine exit her body.
I want to know how long they're gonna run this.
Dude, it just seems like they can run this shit forever at this point.
They really could. That's the thing. It's like,
just throw another woman in there.
Could. Yeah, like,
just have Dom keep going.
Dude, just keep being a fucking playboy, man. Like, I feel like they could run this Rhea and Liv story all the way to WrestleMania if they wanted to.
Dude, they really could. They just need to keep
narrowly. Keep it interesting.
Yeah, Liv just has to keep narrowly escaping for a while.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it has to go, in my opinion, like, Liv gets by, because the eventual payoff has to be Rhea murders Liv.
Yep. Agreed.
Rhea
100%.
takes out an axe and chops Liv Morgan into little pieces.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other resolution to this. She's gonna kill her.
I really want it to finish up in a Hell in a Cell match.
Dude, yes.
Dude, like, so bad. So bad.
It's gonna be amazing. But yeah, thanks to that little fucking conniving, dirty Sanchez rat bastard Dominic Mysterio.
God, I hate that fucking mustache.
Liv Morgan escapes with the championship.
Man.
Now, match number 2 was
one of 4 titles that changed hands. It was Sammy and Braun.
Was Sammy and Braun the second one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this match was almost blink and you miss it, honestly.
Dude, it wasn't very long, but God, it was good.
This is what I expected their first match to be.
Yeah.
I get why you have Sammy go over the first time. I get why, you're kind of not only extending Sammy's title reign, but making Braun, within the story, sort of earn it as well.
Yeah, that was what it was to me.
This is what it should have been from the get-go. And you know why, bro? You know why? You fucking knew it.
God damn.
Motherfucker is meaner than evil.
God damn.
Braun Breaker.
Dude, so it kind of fucked me up that he broke character so hard for his interviews after the show during the press conference. I was like, quit acting like a babyface. You're a fucking heel. Shut up.
Right. You're not supposed to be relishing in this.
Yeah. You're supposed to be a dick about it.
I don't know who's ever going to take this title.
I really don't care. Dude, I don't either. But then again, we said the same thing about Gunther, and he lost it at Mania. So now the real question is, we're going to skip forward just a little bit. Who the fuck takes out Gunther? Does Roman go to Raw?
We kind of went into this match because it was hard talking about the first match regarding the implications of this one. Because not only did Rhea Ripley get turned on by the Judgment Day, so did fucking Damian Priest.
Which you could tell. Like, he was the babyface in that match. Like, the first 5 minutes of that match, you knew Damian's a babyface. Gunther's going over as a heel.
Yep.
Damian's a babyface, and something fucky is about to happen. And
I think the only question going into this was, does Gunther win now or does Gunther win in Berlin?
That was the question I had.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you could have held off on that King of the Ring match until Bash at Berlin, but then it takes away from what SummerSlam is. So
exactly,
I'm okay with it.
I like Gunther walking into Berlin as champion. I do like that. I think that that's going to be cool to see him get that reaction there. Obviously, they've never done a pay-per-view in Germany before, a PLE in Germany.
Yep.
I'm really excited to see what that crowd is all about, given what we've seen from these European crowds. I mean, they've set the bar fucking high.
Yeah.
France.
Dude, fuck. Backlash.
Those pussies set the bar so fucking high.
Dude. Randy Orton said it best. It doesn't matter what we say. Randy said it best, dude. He's been doing this for how long? 18
long
years?
Fucking time. Yeah.
I think he said it was like 18 years.
Yeah.
And he said, never have I walked into an arena where I could hear the crowd singing my song over the music. Never.
Yeah. And now they're doing it. It's crazy. They're
doing it everywhere.
Yeah.
Now it's cool because, like, oh, France did this. Now we got to one-up France, but nobody's done it.
No.
Even a fucking 50,000 strong crowd in Cleveland was not as loud as France.
No.
Nowhere near.
And Scotland did a good job, but they didn't
Scotland
touch France.
was great. They didn't even come close. They didn't scratch the surface. I am a firm believer right now. I think Germany is going to fuck that France crowd up.
I hope so, dude.
I hope so.
The chants are going to sound angry, though.
That's fine. That's fine.
Everybody's just angry.
As long as they don't do this, we're good.
Yeah, I think JBL kind of paved the way for people to know not to do that in Germany. You didn't know about that, did you?
You got to tell the story now.
All right, so story time, folks. So one time at a house show in Germany, JBL, who, during his championship reign, so we got to take this back just a little bit. So what they kind of did with Bradshaw, and I think it was honestly really, really fucking genius at the time, especially for being in the pinch that they were in, needing a new top heel for SmackDown. And so they picked Bradshaw. I don't know exactly the reason that they did this, but the thing about Bradshaw,
he's the best
the person
heel ever.
Yeah, he had recently, started being on Wall Street. One of those investing types on the news. He was like he was like a fucking talking head on. I think it was Fox. Of course, it was Fox. I mean, you look at JBL. If he's going to be on the news, it's Fox. And that is really just a fucking awesome heel character if you play it right. Like the obnoxious, fucking rich, fucking super Republican, fucking cowboy asshole. Like, dude, that's a great fucking heel character. And I feel like when, that is your life, you can really tap in and fucking ham that shit up really good. JBL, great at playing this heel character, perhaps a little bit too good because he thought it was a great idea in Germany to start fucking goose stepping and hitting them with the salute.
Fuck.
Got in a lot of trouble, got fired from the news network, had to pay a lot of fines. So I would like to think that the wrestlers probably have learned a lesson from good old Bradshaw how to behave in old Germany.
I hope so.
Yeah, because
goddamn,
I think the only one that might try to do something that fucking stupid would be Logan Paul.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I think even he's probably not that dumb. But anyway, we got Gunther walking in as champion. We got Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. We found out on Monday they're still cool. They're still homies, which is cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's good. I think they should be.
Yeah, I like that we kind of get to see them. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, they're going to fuck up the Judgment Day. I feel like
fucking Drew's watching. What about Chris Benoit, Drew?
Oh my fucking God.
He said it, not me.
I don't even see that. Yeah, there he is right there. Damn it.
We go to a new platform, we still can't get rid of that motherfucker. Which I'm okay with.
He could have brought up hot dogs. I think he'll probably still bring up hot dogs.
I mean, I think Chris Benoit has a place in our show. Oh, he's worse than JBL.
I don't know, man. Chris Benoit never did the Nazi salute in Germany.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think he can be worse. I really don't.
I don't know. To that ECW crowd, JBL sure was pretty bad. He might have been worse than Chris Benoit that night.
Man, one night stand. Holy shit.
Those are such good pay-per-views.
Dude, they are, man. They have a very special place in my heart, and they should be like part of the all-time greatest WWE.
Yeah, they should be watched by everyone.
Yeah, they really should. What is it, 2004 and 5?
5 and 6.
5 and 6. I watched 2005. I haven't watched 2006 yet, but fuck.
Yeah. So good. So good. Okay, so we have covered 2 of 4 title changes. So we have all. Oh, okay. You know what? We had another match that I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna say it exceeded my expectations at least a little bit. And that was Bayley and Nia Jax.
I was thoroughly impressed. I really thought it was just going to be a squash match, honestly.
Yeah, and it sucks because, man. And I said this last time, but I'm a huge Bayley fan. I have been for a very long time. This title reign sucked.
It did, man. They didn't have anything for her, you know.
There were no stories.
Yeah,
and it kind of sucks.
Well, there was one story, and it was the same story through the whole thing after she had her rematch with Io, and the story was, "Hi, I'm Nia Jax, and I'm here to kill you."
Yeah, I hate to say it, but until recently, it's kind of been almost kind of how like Cody's has been, to where like there hasn't been anything captivating. It's just been a series of defenses.
Did you listen to SmackDown?
I didn't get the chance.
Fuck.
So I was going to tell you.
I hate this because like Cody Rhodes, like they're grasping for straws right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he asked Kevin to be his opponent for the title at Bash at Berlin tonight. And I was like, why are we doing this? Like, there's people. I was like, I mean, it's fine. Like, it's going to be a great match. And I'm hoping that they develop a story between now and then because I know they will. But, like, it was like, hey, Kevin, you deserve this. You've had my back. I want you to challenge me for the title. And Kevin was like, no, I don't want to. You know. What the fuck ever, dude. You know?
Honestly, it's just, and this is something that I feel like just kind of happens. And it's when you have this big chase, this big lead up, this big story that accumulates, it's just sort of like, what's next? And, you know, when you have this all conquering hero, Cody Rhodes, it's just kind of like, what's next? It's not like you had another built-in villain that was just coming around the corner that Cody had to prepare for. I mean, it's fucking Solo, but how many times has Cody beaten Solo now?
Yeah. A handful.
Like, I'm excited for a rematch with Roman Reigns. I think that'll be fun. But I just don't know. And, you know, I'm not vying for Cody to lose his title or anything like that. I haven't turned on the roller coaster or anything like that. But I will say I am waiting for something truly captivating to happen with this reign because it hasn't happened yet. And by the sounds of it, it did not start tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It's just annoying. Like, I feel like there are plenty of stories to be told.
Yeah.
And I just think that they're really just running out of ideas, and I don't get that, you know? Like, I don't understand that.
I don't either,
because I mean, it's Triple H. Like, if we're having we've got an amazing storyline going with the World Heavyweight title, the United States title, the Intercontinental title. Both sets of men's tag titles have a great storyline right now.
Which is nuts.
It's fucking stupid. Stupid. Roman's back, and I mean, it's a main event story, but there's no title involved except the title of Tribal Chief.
Yeah.
You know? I hate to say this, but I think WWE really is going to do better. Not necessarily WWE, but Solo is going to be able to shine a little bit more right now because Jacob's hurt. Yeah. I don't know how long Jacob's going to be out, but I promise you, if he'd have been there tonight, he'd have been the star of the show. He'd have stole the whole spotlight from Roman, from Solo, and the two Tongans.
From everybody.
It would have, from everybody. The whole fucking show would have been, oh, Jacob Fatu's here. I don't give a fuck about anything else.
I'm telling you, man, in 5 years, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker,
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed. All right. We're kind of walking all over the place here, but that's
what we do, man.
Let's take a moment and, let's thank our selective, Satan's, John Redcorn's, gods, whoever we fucking think in our times of thankfulness, that they finally decided, hey, we're going to do something with this big Australian motherfucker this week. And boy, did they fucking catch fire.
Dude,
they caught fire, dude.
Yeah.
This is
sold
what
the shit out of that, dude.
Bro.
He sold the fuck out of it. The crowd at first was like, what the fuck is happening? Oh my God.
And then they just started eating that shit up.
That shit up like fucking Cheerios, dude.
Bro.
The shit was so badass.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing like it. But I loved it. It's just,
I loved every minute of it. It was so badass.
This guy from lukewarm and full of potential to just on fire.
Boiling fucking hot. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, dude. And my God, I can't wait to see what they do next week because he's been waiting for this. You can tell Bronson Reed has been waiting for this.
Mm-hmm.
He's been waiting for them to give him a moment to fucking shine. And now that he got it, shit, I think he's ready to do something about it.
Yeah, I'm fucking excited for it. Like, I really am. I am fucking pumped for it.
It seemed, if nothing else, kind of out of place. Just randomly taking out Seth Rollins like that. But, hey, I think that, like I said, on one hand, it did seem kind of strange. But on the other hand, I think that sort of added to the moment for Bronson.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's really going to help him is because you can't make a prediction about that.
Yep.
You can't call that. And that just makes it seem fucking random and heinous. And look what the fuck that did for Braun Breaker.
Yeah, exactly. They've literally just – so they now have Braun over. So now it's Bronson's turn. Yep. And I really hope that Bronson is the one that chases Braun after he's done dealing with Seth. And I don't see Seth coming out of this deal on top.
I hope not. Because
I hope not either. I want him to put Braun over so bad.
He should.
One match series at Bash at Berlin, and it's a fucking banger of a fucking match, and it just ends up being an ass whooping.
Yep.
Seth barely walks out of the building.
Yeah, because Seth doesn't need this win. He can get his ass whooped and
Seth
step
doesn't
away
need
from it, and he loses nothing. You know what I mean? He loses nothing.
Seth's already achieved everything. He doesn't need anything else. Everything from here on out, it's just added accolades when they fucking announce him for the Hall of Fame. Like, that's all it is.
Yep.
Like, at this point, the man's done everything. He was the inaugural champ
NXT
for this
champion.
he was the inaugural NXT champion. He's a Grand Slam champion. He was the inaugural champion for this new World Heavyweight Championship, and that man elevated the fuck out of that title.
Mm-hmm.
He elevated the shit out of it. That title already, with its very brief lineage, is very prestigious.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to Seth.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Seth hadn't had it first, it wouldn't have meant shit
for
Drew to win it. It wouldn't have meant shit for Damian to cash in after 5 minutes and win it. It wouldn't have meant shit for Damian to have a pretty good 4-month title reign.
Honestly, Damian very much exceeded expectations.
Absolutely. I had
Damian
zero
really
faith.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a bust. Like I thought Damian was just transitioning between Drew to Punk or Punk to Seth.
Yeah,
you know, I thought it was just about them, and I didn't think that Damian was going to hold any relevance at all. But look, he fucking kept the title through all that shit, and now those motherfuckers are still fighting, and none of it's over the title.
Yeah.
So hats off to him.
Yeah, and like the writing was on the wall when Gunther won King of the Ring. Like we knew what was going to happen at that point. Like you could have seen it going the other way, but it just wouldn't have made sense. You know, they made it work very well. They
sure did.
Already we've got a fucking 5-star championship match set up for that belt at Berlin.
Gunther and Randy Orton?
Orton? First title defense, and you're getting the fucking legend killer? You're getting the Viper? You're going toe-to-toe with Daddy? What the fuck?
And I hate to say it,
that's Gunther's going to
put Daddy down.
Gunther's going to win clean this time. Gunther is going to win clean, and it is going to be good.
It's going to be an ass whooping.
Hey, Drew, if you're still watching, does your potato phone have a good camera, and we can invite you to this bitch, and you can come live with us?
You can be up in this with us. I don't see why we didn't think of that right away.
Yeah. Just send me something in the chat. But yeah, dude, like Randy Orton and Gunther, that is gonna be a Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit level match.
Like, see, it would have got brought up anyway, Drew. It would have came up right then.
It seriously though, like those two had some of the best matches of the early 2000s.
Oh,
like,
dude,
that submission match, that shit. Oh my God.
When you have two people on that level, because I've said this before, and I still think I feel this way. I've gone back and forth before, but I think I'm ready to lock in. I think Kurt Angle is my GOAT.
I'd say he's the submission GOAT.
I think Kurt Angle can do it all because
Kurt Angle, he can. He's a technician. He is a technician. He's got good character work. He can
play a face. He can play a heel.
Yeah. He's definitely one of the best of all time. I'm not going to GOAT the guy.
Yeah.
But
I've thought about this, and I don't know of anybody that I would put over Kurt Angle personally, just because, like, to me, he checks every box.
Yeah.
Like, he can't have a bad match with damn near fucking anybody. His promo work is excellent. He can play like a stupid, goofy ass fucking baby face that makes you like laugh at him. Like, motherfucker would like emasculate himself and look stupid as fuck. Or he could be like a really fucking dastardly heel, like when he was being like rapey towards Booker T's wife.
Yep.
And he cut that promo where he said that if he could make anybody tap out, it would be Jesus. He said he wasn't a big fan of the black people.
Oh my God.
It's just Kurt Angle. I'm just like, that's goated, bro. Like, no one else is going to say that and just be a baby face at any other point in their career.
Yeah, I can understand that. I agree with that.
But yeah, your point, yes. Like, I think Orton and Gunther are just they're going to get stupid in that ring, bro. And
it's going to be one of the best matches we've ever seen, period.
I agree. I really do.
I
two
can't
very
wait
old
to
school.
see Randy's. Yeah, dude. I can't wait to see Randy walk out of that match with a bloody chest. Like, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Shit.
Like, Randy never walks out of a match like purple and just battered and bruised. He's going to this time.
Because, dude, with it being in
I
Berlin,
just hope he doesn't get hurt when Gunther gives him that powerbomb.
I don't think he will. Gunther, man, he makes
safe.
it. Yeah, he makes it look like it hurts, and I'm sure it fucking hurts. But he's a very safe worker, or at least it seems like he's a very safe worker. I look forward to this match very, very much. What else happened at SummerSlam? I'm not going to get into the WWE title match. We all know what fucking happened there. Cody won because Roman came back. That's the one thing you all know happened. I know. I mean,
we found out whose game it is.
You know, why don't you remind the folks at home whose game is it?
L.A. Knight.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, that match was pretty fucking good.
That match was amazing. That match told the perfect story. That match was perfect.
Logan continues to not have bad matches, which just continues to pain me.
It pisses me off.
I'm like, why don't you go out there?
I'm a Logan Paul fan.
It just makes me mad because, like,
fucking irritates me.
Dude, I would be all over that motherfucker if he made one mistake. I'd be like, haha, he sucks. He sucks.
Yeah, but he don't.
And he's awesome.
Dude, did you watch the press conference? No, you were asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. L.A. Knight fucking called out Carmelo Hayes.
Good.
I was laughing so fucking hard. I was like, God
that
damn,
is going to be
you don't miss a beat, dude. He's got to get done with his fucking Andrade shit right now.
Yeah. And see,
that's fucking annoying.
That is one thing I do want to comment on, and it kind of goes back to what we were talking about like 15 minutes ago. SmackDown, a lot of times lately, feels like it's just in this huge slump. But at the same time,
they're hitting. Like, it's good.
They're building things that I think are going to be fucking awesome once they start getting paid off.
So I think I've kind of figured it out, and you just kind of said it. I think they build the shows opposite. Yeah. So, like, right now, Raw is hitting because they spent all that time building.
Yep.
And now SmackDown isn't hitting because they're building. So sometime around Survivor Series, I think, and I don't even think it'll take that long. It's going to switch again, where it's going to be hard to watch the 3-hour-long episode of Raw. But SmackDown is fucking gas.
Yeah.
Whereas right now, Raw hasn't had a boring match in 3 weeks.
Dude, no.
The only thing I've been upset about Raw the last 2 weeks in a row, we talked about this, I don't need 2 matches or 2 segments of Sonya, Zoe, and Shayna. I don't need
lesbians.
I don't need them twice. I'm 1 match, 1 segment. That's it. That's all I need. I don't fucking want anything else. They're not that good.
I'm going to say this. If there's one thing that AEW does better than WWE, it's presenting people that scissor. And that's all I got to say about that.
That's it.
I want to scissor daddy ass, not Sonya Deville. Sorry, Sonya. And while we're on the subject of AEW, I just want to take a moment, and I know you didn't even watch this week, and I still want to apologize to you.
Oh, I heard it was terrible.
It was so bad.
I heard it was the worst episode of Dynamite.
It fucking pissed me off. Everything that we criticized Dynamite for, this Dynamite was all about it. The only notable thing that I am going to give any time to is the hilarious fact that they started a video promo for Jack Perry, and then in the middle of it, a fucking Taco Bell commercial happens. And then they just, like, you get the end of the Jack Perry video, and so you miss, like, all the substance of it.
So Was it just the crowd reaction? Was it just that bad?
What do you mean?
They were like, why did they cut to commercial in the middle of it?
I think it was a production issue. Like, it was just like the video, and then it was like, because it didn't play the full Taco Bell commercial. It was like it started. Somebody was like, oh, fuck. And they cut back to the Jack Perry video. And then after that, they went to commercial. And the first thing it did was finish that Taco Bell commercial.
The fuck?
Yeah.
What a joke.
Dude, terrible episode. The main event. My fucking God, the main event. Jesus Christ. You're not ready for this, Mike. You're not. All right, I want you to just think of like the worst main event that they could come up with for Dynamite, and I want you to just throw it at me.
Sammy Guevara versus Sean Spears.
Okay, you know what? That is pretty bad, but how's about Bryan Danielson versus Jeff Jarrett in a street fight?
Why? You got it halfway. Like, they could have done Bryan Danielson versus anybody.
Right? But no, they went Jeff Jarrett.
No, Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, let's throw this one straight into the toilet and flush that bitch.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's fucking stupid.
No.
This is why I will never change my opinion until Tony Khan hires someone to do the booking. That man has no business booking matches. He needs to sit down, shut the fuck up, leave his opinion at the fucking door, and let someone else make his money for him. He is a terrible fucking booker. Terrible.
Yeah.
He doesn't book the matches that are banger matches. The fans book those matches.
Mm-hmm.
The wrestlers book those matches because he lets them do what they want. And sometimes he catches lightning in a fucking bottle.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he's ever had any 5-star matches. It's not because of his booking ability. He's a fucking idiot.
So dishonorable mention.
Worse than mine.
So dishonorable mention to the other worst thing that happened on Dynamite, because I have to bring this up because this also just stuck out to me as like horrendously fucking bad. So I know
Mercedes fucking promo.
What?
Was it Mercedes promo?
It was Mercedes promo, but it's not Mercedes. So I know you read the fucking sheets, and I know you read about Britt getting suspended.
Yeah, stupid.
So Britt apparently legitimately got suspended over like a legitimate backstage issue where she was.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. I wasn't there, but going off of reports, it sounded like she was being a huge fucking bitch and was just fucking starting shit backstage. And
she deserved to get suspended at that point.
I was going to say, and rightfully so, if given what's true. And then, like, legitimately, they go out, they're like, and Tony Khan overruled that suspension, and Britt Baker's here via satellite tonight, which tells me two things. Number one, she's actually fucking suspended because she's not in the fucking building. And for two, to present it that way on TV, the whole thing just looked stupid. Stupid.
Fucking dumb.
I don't know. I don't know. Listen, what's going to happen, and I predict that this trend will probably continue until something changes. They're going to continue to have terrible to mediocre at best TV until All In, which is going to be one of the best pay-per-views of the fucking year. It's going to be amazing. We're going to love it. And then the next week is going to be an even worse episode of Dynamite than this week.
When is All In?
It's this month. I think it's like 2 Sundays from now, perhaps.
Let's find out. I don't even know if I'm going to buy it this year.
You know, I think I'm just going to sail the 7 seas.
Yeah. That's fair.
I think that's probably what I'll do. And the only reason I'm going to do that, yes, I want to watch it because it's going to be really good. I know it's going to be really good. I want to talk about it.
Sunday, August 25th. I don't understand why they do this shit. on Sundays.
I kind of get it. It's the traditional day to do a wrestling pay-per-view. WWE really is.
Give a fuck.
WWE really is kind of the weird ones for switching to Saturday. So I mean, I get it. I like Saturday better.
Yeah, because I got shit to do on Monday. I don't want to stay up late as fuck.
Last
year, that fucking pay-per-view didn't end until almost fucking midnight.
I know. All their fucking pay-per-views are 12 and a half hours long.
Yeah, dude, it shows that it starts at 11 Central Time this year, so that's good.
Okay.
So that means it'll run until 6?
Yeah, no shit.
Last year, All In was so fucking long, dude.
Yeah.
Which I can get behind. I can get behind a long pay-per-view as long as it's good. And it was fucking great last year. I don't give a fuck what happened.
They, when they do what they do right, they do it right. And I will give AEW that. But, this better be a goddamn good pay-per-view because they ain't got nothing else going for them. So if they want to keep interest up, they got to keep giving out these fucking super cards for their pay-per-views, I guess.
Yeah, who's MJF wrestling?
Will Ospreay.
That's what I thought. Okay. That's good. And then Bryan Danielson, he's wrestling Swerve.
Yep. Which will be really good.
Yeah. Who's Chris Jericho going to wrestle?
I hope no one. I hope Chris Jericho goes away.
Is he still? Who's the FTW champ? Is it still
Chris Jericho? He's probably going to fight fucking Hook again. Well,
I hope Hook wins because I'm so sick of Jericho. I wish Jericho would just retire and call it a fucking day. I'm so sick of him. It's just not good anymore. Like he can't wrestle well anymore.
So I asked
character work is always so good, but like I'm just sick of it. Like it's just crappy.
So I asked Drew about this, not to cut you off on your conversation about Chris Jericho that I'm so excited to have. Do you think Swerve will ever go back to WWE?
Yeah.
I think that he has really shown that he's worth investing in.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think he is one of those people that a lot of wrestlers get spoken of in the sense that they were held down. They didn't live up to their potential when they were in this company. I don't know if I felt that way about Swerve, but I do think that he actually showed what possibly was unknown. I don't know, if he was known as some diamond in the rough back then, but I think he's definitely proven that he is a main event fucking talent.
Yeah, I think he's definitely proven the fact that he can go out there and he can main event a mainline pay-per-view and he can carry that crowd. He can carry the match. He can tell a story and he can carry it out onto the following week's weekly episodic show. And pick up right where he left off.
So if he ever comes back to WWE, I would hope that he comes back presented as a major, major threat and not the Swerve that we
He has to. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way he could go back and not be a main eventer.
Yeah.
They may have to take it a little slow just because they're going to have to into some storyline that makes sense. So he may be in the mid card for just a bit, but he'll go right to the top very quickly.
Yep, I agree. Man.
Same goes if Will Ospreay ever pulls his pussy out of his fucking ass.
He'll be in WWE one day. He will. People have said so much stupider, way fucking worse shit and ended up over there. And quite frankly, that motherfucker's good enough that he could probably say a lot stupider as shit and still have a good job over there. Because that motherfucker is good.
MJF too, man.
He's too good.
MJF is way too good to be wasting his fucking time with AEW.
Honestly, I think I kind of get it though.
Oh, I get it too.
It almost and you got to pull away at the right point. If he's thinking along the same lines as I am, of course, I don't know what he's really thinking. But if he's thinking along the same lines as I am, like you almost hold out just a little bit longer, really get everything you can out of AEW.
Yeah.
And fuck, dude, it's just I also kind of get it right now. Like, now this is MJF we're talking. I don't think this is a guy that would ever get lost in any shuffle anywhere. But I think if you're MJF, you want to come in when you become the major selling point. Like when your name coming over is the biggest thing happening.
Yeah.
And I think that he's going to pick that spot very, very well. Yeah. Because I think MJF is one of the smartest motherfuckers in the business.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
And I agree. I think there's no way in hell he doesn't end up in WWE one day. Like, I don't see a reality in which that never happens. The second he becomes available, Triple H is like, I don't care how much that billionaire's paying you. I'll give you more.
Yeah.
I'll give you so much more.
Yep. I agree, man. I think it's just a matter of time.
Yep.
But I don't know how long this contract that he signed last year is. I think it's probably a pretty long-term contract, but I think by the end of that contract, he's going to be ready. And I don't even know that he'll stay for the whole contract, honestly.
No, you never know. You really, with pro wrestling, you never fucking know.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who I don't think are going to stay in their company for their whole contract, we weren't even going to talk about NXT, but I do want to give a shout out to somebody, and I want to be very careful because if you say his name, he will appear.
Oh, man.
But I just want to make it known, folks. This is the new thing I'm going to beat into the ground, but I believe.
Do you believe?
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
And I believe Joe Hendry is going to sign with NXT, and I think they pretty much just stole this motherfucker from TNA.
Yeah, they saw fire.
I wouldn't give Joe Hendry back either. Fuck them.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this is ours now. Fuck you.
Ah, dude. I was so upset when I tuned in to fucking TNA a couple weeks ago. I tried. I wanted to like it. I did. Like, I gave them more of a chance than I've ever given AEW. And I'll tell you what, dude. That was fucking god-ass awful. Fucking goddamn main event that I tuned into was Jeff and Matt Hardy versus two other guys. So I was like, yeah, I'm done. I watched it for 4 minutes, and Sarah was like, no, let's watch it. I was like, no, it's fucking trash.
See, in my experience, when you watch TNA, there are some things that are really worth tuning into, and you're just like, oh, this is cool. But then there are things like that where you're like, oh my fucking God.
Man, I remember when I was a kid, when Impact was like fucking great.
Yeah, dude.
And I tune in and like Sting was on and fuck God knows whoever. Yeah, dude. Like, tune in and it's like, fuck yeah, this shit's badass. No, not that, like, back then. And it's probably just a generational thing because back then character work was like, that was wrestling. Character work was wrestling. And not so much anymore. And I'm sure okay, I'll say this. 15 years ago, the Hardys were at the top of their game and they were some of the best in the world.
But now, fuck.
It is time to hang that shit up.
Yeah.
Fucking stop.
Yeah.
The fucking, I hate the fucking Matt Hardy, the broken Matt Hardy character. I fucking hate it. I hated it the first time.
It's run its course.
Took it over to WWE. It was bad.
It's run its course.
Doing it again. It's run its course. It ran its course 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Let it die, dude.
Yeah.
Go be Matt Hardy. Be the Matt Hardy the people want to see. Go be a crazy fucking idiot.
No. You see, I think that's the thing. And I don't know that in 2024 that there is a Matt Hardy that people want to see.
And maybe not. And
I think
okay.
that's
been doing it. Yeah, they've been doing it so long. Guys, sorry, Jeff had problems. He couldn't stay sober, and you lost out on a lot of money. Go buy a car dealership and go get rich.
Open a fucking chicken restaurant.
Fuck, open a chain of gas stations and fuck off.
Go back to doing detective work, Hardy Boys.
Whatever. I don't give a shit what you do. Please just stop wrestling. It's not okay anymore. It's not good. It needs to end. Get inducted into the Hall of Fame and ride that shit until the day you keel over.
And get Chris Jericho to go with you.
Bingo. I don't know that I'd want him to go with me, but just go.
Just go somewhere else.
Just go. There's only one guy, and I don't even think he's got a mainline story anymore, who's doing the work of his career right now, and it's Christian. Edge is doing all right too, or was. I don't know that he's been on TV in months.
Well, he broke his fucking leg.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. So another old bastard got hurt. Look at that.
Yeah.
And
I'll give
why
credit
Christian hasn't been on TV.
Yeah, Christian, they're the trios champions, the patriarchy.
Really?
Yeah. It's actually pretty funny because it's Christian, it's Nick Wayne, and it's Luchasaurus. And Christian just keeps all three of the belts.
Go figure.
So I mean it's cool. He's like you said, I feel like he is really doing well for himself over there. It's not must-see TV every week, but it's good for what it is, and I enjoy Christian, and I enjoy his work. Not our friend Christian. I don't like him. But the wrestler Christian, I do like him.
I think Drew still wants to take a shit on that guy's chest.
I think that Drew probably will poop on Christian's chest at some point, and that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah. I'm not going to be mad at it.
No, I don't want to be there for it, but I'd like to hear about it.
Yeah. No pictures and videos. But
no.
I'll take a story.
Yeah. Anyway, bro, what else you got?
I don't know, man. I mean, it was a good week for wrestling.
It was.
Roman came back. Thank God. Roman came back. That was a really good comeback. That crowd reaction was fucking crazy.
He never had a reaction like that. Not ever.
No, dude. The fucking ooh-ah before he hit the spear at SummerSlam was dumb. That motherfucker was so loud. And then tonight, he showed up and he took out the whole bloodline by himself. Of
course he did.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
If Jacob's not there, he's going to.
Yep.
Solo and the Tongans do not equal one Roman Reigns.
No.
Jacob equals a Roman Reigns and a half, though.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's too late now, Drew.
I mean, we can keep going if we got more shit.
Come on, Drew.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna try and send him this invite link if my iPad will send a text message.
Hell yeah.
It should. Oh, no. Hold on. I don't know how to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Step Brothers Wrestling Podcast is brought to you by hot dogs.
And Miller Lite.
Hot dogs and Miller Lite. I don't think the Miller Lite is an official sponsor, but hot dogs are. We are officially sponsored by hot dogs. Hot dogs. They're Grant's food.
All right, Drew, I just sent you the invite link via Facebook Messenger. So if you get that, come on over, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't. I don't think he necessarily wants to join, but maybe he will.
Yeah, come on, God damn it! You got.
Yeah.
Give us 5 minutes, Drew. 10.
Yeah, seriously, You're not doing anything but drinking beer and hanging out with Miranda's. Get on.
Right.
But she's probably still at work, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, so yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this shit out. There we go. So, guys, welcome to our new platform. I know nobody's watching except Drew, but that's okay.
No, they're not watching right now. You know, they'll fucking watch. They'll watch later. God damn it.
This is really fun. I like this.
Yeah, I like this better, dude.
Yeah, this is great. Really is great. We can be at home, like chilling out.
Yeah, I can get fucked over at work and have to be there super late, and I can still come home and just do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, you know what? While I got you here and while we're on live, you know, and I'll have to figure out logistically how, I guess, to get in here and do this. But I was thinking, like, throughout the week, like, I might just find little reasons to fucking record like a 5-minute little thing.
Yeah. So I can add you as a user to this studio.
Okay.
And you can go live on our Twitch, but you can also add your personal Twitch.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll probably just use ours because I have no reason. I mean, maybe eventually I'll do like a standalone thing, but
yeah,
because I don't remember what it was, but earlier this week I was like, I could make like a little video, but that also wouldn't have worked because I wouldn't have wanted to do the first video. Like, this needed to be the first video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we needed to have a fucking episode. Is this going to go on Spotify?
I don't know. I'm going to try and download the audio and maybe upload it through Riverside, but I really don't have much faith in that platform. So
yeah,
right now the answer is no.
Yeah,
but maybe. I do want to take the video and post it to Facebook, which I can do that. Like, I can just copy it from Twitch or YouTube, and that's easy. But as of right now, no, I don't think it's going to go to Spotify, and I think we're probably going to be, unfortunately, officially done with Spotify. It just pisses me off, honestly.
We can honestly have so much more freedom here, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, there's so much more accessibility doing it this way. Because if we really wanted to, we could get real weird with this. And I'd really like to talk to Lance about it, because we could essentially do ringside commentary live on YouTube and Twitch for a Rampage show.
And I think we should. I think that would be a great.
I think it'd be awesome. I think it'd be fucking awesome.
We need to spread the word of Chaos Inc. to a wider audience.
I think it would be so fucking cool to be able to do that for them, and do it with them. Drew still hasn't joined. He's being an asshole.
Drew hates us.
He really does.
Dude, the best part, we can fucking bring in the one and only Injustice hippie.
We can. We really can. That's another thing. The last time we talked to the Rampage guys, we had talked to Axel and damn it, the Stage Dive Mafia.
Rook Tyler.
Thank you, Rook Tyler. We had talked to them about wanting them to join in and come live for the show. Now we can do that. Like, it's just so much easier. And
we can have any of them on here.
We can have any of them on, as long as they're free during the time that we're going live. And maybe we could even do another episode every week that's just Rampage.
Yeah.
Like, we have a Rampager on, or a tag team on, or we have Lance on. Like, they're promoting a couple big shows right now. They're trying to do some really cool stuff. And I think this is a great way to try and get it out there.
Yeah,
I think it'd be really cool.
So we're live on Twitch right now?
We're live on Twitch and YouTube.
Okay, hold on. Which channel are we live on?
We're live on the Step Brothers channel. It looks like Drew is watching us on YouTube, which is cool. Because I didn't know if any of it worked. So.
Right.
But I really enjoy this new setup. It's just cool. The dogs are more relaxed. They're all in here.
This is fun.
It is fun. And like, once we gain more of a following, hopefully on Twitch or YouTube, and we're having more interaction, man, I think it's just going to take off. And I think it'd be really cool to be able to do like watch along videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And like this is a good way to do that because we can be in the same place and watch a pay-per-view together, and we could just watch it live. Like watch it, but have a watch along live stream, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Where we can just be like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy Act like shit. We don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah. For real.
Because that's what I fucking know too much about goddamn wrestling, and sometimes I'll be watching like a pay-per-view, and I've never seen the pay-per-view, but something happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is where that happens. Great.
Oh, there he is.
It worked.
And he's here, boys and girls. Welcome. Dean
Rude himself.
Having some L's.
That man is rude as hell. Boy, so fucking this is just, we could just do this.
We're doing
it. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Hell yes.
Hell yes.
Hell yes.
So yeah, we done talked about everything, Drew.
Yeah, I just want to see if this would work.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that we need to work on is you need a headset because there's a lot of feedback through your speakers into your microphone.
All right.
Like if you've got a Bluetooth headset, that'd be great.
Yep. Yeah, I just want to see if this was gonna actually work.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too bad.
It's not horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll practice around with it. Because I got some headphones, see if that'll work.
We'll make it work. But
yeah.
Drew, you got anything to say to the people? You want to talk about anything? You're here, you might as well.
You know, no, not really. Didn't have anything on top of my dome. I would have just sound stupid if I said something.
I mean, you brought up Chris Benoit. Is there anything you want to say about that?
Bro, R.I.P. Kevin Sullivan.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's kind of weird, but you know.
Yeah. I mean.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. People are going to associate that with Chris Benoit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But.
Man.
Mike, you got anything else you want to say, bro?
Man, I think I'm good.
I just want to reiterate now that Drew's here. I know I just said this like 10, 15 minutes ago, but I believe in Joe Hendry.
Say his name, and he appears.
Holy shit, it's Joe Hendry. I wish, dude.
What a good time, boys. This was fun.
All right, I was all watching. Y'all did good.
I'm going to end this shit. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all. Love you.